So you want to know what it's like living in Montgomery County, Maryland, right? And it can't only be my perspective. So in this video, we're going to go over what residents themselves have to say. We're going to talk both positive and negative experiences just so you can get a balanced view. The reviews, they were posted on niche.com. I'll leave a link in the description for you. Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, I am Petena Thomas, a real estate agent in Washington, D.C., Maryland, and Virginia. I work and live in Montgomery County, Maryland, so let's get into the video. All right, so we're starting off hot. This review was a one-star review left by a resident in Montgomery County, Maryland. This is what they had to say. This has to be one of the worst places to live. Taxes are outrageous. The gas prices are ridiculous. There are speed traps everywhere. I was over the speed limit by 5 miles, and I'm not from their area. So I didn't know the changes just get people caught in a speed trap. So they weren't aware of the changes, so they got caught in a speed trap. Okay, there is trash everywhere, and there's also debris in the street. If you can afford to live in Bethesda, it is the best place to live in the area. For a wealthy county, the resources are limited with a variety of affordable shopping. Roads are horrible. Be prepared for extensive maintenance costs on your car. Virginia is a much better place to live, and it's cheaper overall. Housing may be cheaper in Maryland, but the taxes far exceed the housing costs in Virginia. Do yourself a favor and move to Virginia. Much better culture, people, and safer place to live. I fear for my life each day in Montgomery County because of the crime and reckless drivers, and police do nothing about the reckless driving. Oof. That was a lot. So I'm gonna break this down in bite sizes. And I'm first gonna talk about the positives. So the resident did mention, if you can afford to live in Bethesda, do so. So Bethesda is indeed one of the most sought after neighborhoods. And it's known for excellent amenities, highly rated schools, and just a strong sense of community. However, like most parts of Montgomery County, Maryland, it is one of the most expensive cities to live in Montgomery County. In Bethesda, the median single family home price is $1,620,000. And if you include condos and townhomes, the median home price sits at $1,280,000. However, this review was not all roses and peaches. The resident did mention high cost of living, gas prices, high taxes, and even compared the county to Virginia. The cost of living, including taxes and gas prices, it can indeed be high in most parts of Montgomery County. It is 39% higher than the national average and 24% higher than Maryland average. Infrastructure issues like road maintenance are also points of concern for some residents, but not all parts of Montgomery County would reflect this. I must say, there are tons of constructions happening in various parts of Montgomery County, and I'm curious which area they were referring to in regards to the roads being so horrible. Given that Montgomery County has a lot of trees and green spaces near the roads, so when there's bad weather, there's of course going to be risk that branches and debris falling into the road. However, the county does a really great job at removing debris from the road in a timely manner. So while many areas in Montgomery County are safe, like every area, of course there's going to be some sort of crime. Do I fear for my life living in Montgomery County, Maryland? No. So there's a link in the description with a crime map of the county where you can see updated data on crime in Montgomery County yourself. All right, so the resident pointed out that there's tons of speed traps and there's reckless driving. So reckless driving, speeding, that is very common here in Montgomery County, Maryland. There are tons of speed traps for a reason. If you want a heads up as to where those speed traps are located, I'll say use Waze, Apple Maps, Google Maps. They're great at pointing out exactly where they're located. Or better yet, drive safely. Just drive at the speed limit. That's my advice. So the resident also mentioned that Virginia is a much better place to live. It is cheaper overall. The culture and people are better, and it feels safer. So I'd say each area has its own set of advantages and challenges. So I've lived in Northern Virginia, specifically places like Shirlington, Arlington, Alexandria, and most recently Tysons Corner, Virginia. With that being said, I found some things could be a little more affordable in Northern Virginia versus Montgomery County. So let's compare county versus county rather than an entire state, Virginia versus Montgomery County. Fairfax County has a higher cost of living score of 142.4, and that's according to Best Places. That is 3.4% higher than Montgomery County. So they both have their own pros and cons. I mean, for example, Maryland does not have a property tax on cars. Virginia does, but affordability is definitely based on one's perspective. Real estate specifically, Arlington, Virginia, and Chevy Chase, Maryland, they both have similar median home price of $1.4 million. So it's really relative when comparing the two. All right, on a brighter side, on niche.com, there were 10 times more 5-star rating than there were 1 stars or 2 stars or 3 stars. So here's a 5-star rating that sums up Montgomery County very well. Montgomery County is a great place to live, beautiful scenery, friendly people, very diverse, and excellent education, recreation, and job opportunities. It is highly populated. It seems everyone knows everyone around here. Schools are excellent, and the county is home to many well-paying jobs. The weather is good, hot and humid in the summer, I can attest to that, and cold with moderate snow in the winter. Transportation is good, although traffic is an issue. That's true. The county government does a great job with recreation and providing jobs to people. All in all, an amazing place to call home. Montgomery County has a lot of great qualities, but like any place, it has its quirks and no place is perfect. If you want to explore the different cities in Montgomery County, Maryland, then check out my last video on comparing Rockville versus Silver Spring. See you next time.